Uh-oh.
Steve K, are you a V or you're a V, aren't you?
I'm a V. That's how you spell Steve. Otherwise, it's Stefan, right? Right. It's
Exactly.
it's a name,
Stefan.
right?
Oh, so your name is spelled with a PH as well?
No,
Yep.
I'm B.
Oh, I'm PH.
Are you? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I changed mine to a V. I did. I had to legally. It gets rid of your previous record. So that way you can keep crossing the border. Yeah, it's okay. No, it works.
Yeah.
Amy, I'm going to pass hosting duties off to you. So.
Okay.
It keeps moving around here.
We do have a lot of Steves here tonight, though, don't we?
You bet.
And on my computer, they're all across the top row where they belong.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Steve Burnett, are you home now?
Yes,
You are. Did
Yes.
you enjoy your trip?
had a fantastic trip. It was a really good time. Saw both the boys. It was good.
Good. Glad to hear it.
Yeah, and Kim went back to the trailer this morning. He was home yesterday, did laundry, cleaned up, and said, I'm going back up north.
There you
It's King Carden, right? Are you up King Carden way?
Southampton.
Okay, yeah.
Hey, tell the story about how your son discovered you were out there.
So last year we tried to surprise them both, and the older son did not like this at all. So we told him we were coming. The younger one we didn't tell again. So we showed up he's been only working for the car dealership for 2 months. He's at Volkswagen dealership, South Central Volkswagen in Calgary. So we showed up at the dealership and I said to the lady I saw, I said, do you have a young guy by the name of Bryce working for you? She goes, yes. So we're his parents. We just flew in from Toronto and he doesn't know we're coming. Oh, there's a surprise. Go hide in that car. Go sit in that front seat of that car. I'll go get him. She went and told him that somebody was complaining that they had lost some personal items and they thought they maybe left them in the car. So he had to go check out the vehicle for her. Yeah, the personal item was his mother, so it was all good.
Wonderful.
And he said for the next day and a half, everybody in the plant was giving the shots about it. So it was all good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Okay, I'm going to turn off the Olympics, which is a big deal for me.
What, turning it off for just the Olympics in general?
I am an Olympic junkie.
Oh, are you?
I'll watch anything.
Well, the ladies are doing well.
I would say.
You bet. They're the only ones that are the winners.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm adding people here.
Just a whole group of testicular losers.
Well, no, as Len said too, like they sort of, they're heavy-handed on the women at the beginning.
Yeah.
So the men will come. Maybe. Hey, Chris.
Hi. How's everybody?
Very good, Chris. Very good. Wonderful.
There's Roy Snow. We haven't seen Roy Snow for a little while. Nice to see you, Roy.
Hi.
Hello,
You won't
Roy.
see me for a while after tonight either.
Where you headed?
You got vacation?
I got work and vacation upcoming, yes.
Good.
Go up to the trailer.
Nice.
Oh, Ellie got her hair cut.
Hi, Ellie.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep, I got tired of trying to do something with it.
Tell me about it.
Yeah. It was either with all this rain, it was little fur balls sitting on my head or well, different directions. Hello, Steve Rutledge.
Hello.
How you doing?
I am good. I am good.
Good.
I'm
Are
just
you-
hoping our two Lao people are coming online, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Okay, I got a question for you, Steve Rutledge. How on earth do you pronounce these names? It's really hard to welcome somebody when I don't know how to pronounce their name.
Got it.
I think that's great. I I think they both would love to hear you try.
How about this, Steve? How about Saipan, Fenthermbong, and Common? I don't know.
Not quite, not quite. It's CPAN,
Stefan?
CPAN,
Yep.
and you don't have to say his last name.
I came up with Fantathong.
Don't pronounce the H's. Pantathon.
Pantathong. Okay.
And Khamman, I didn't even bother telling you his last name.
I know you
but,
didn't.
Yeah. So we just say Khamman.
I would have been right on that one.
There you go. Cool. Cool. That's if they come online.
Yeah.
Okay, so CPAN has just responded. And I just said, so I just told him, please join us now.
Okay. I've been fighting with the Zoom meetings all day today.
Uh-oh.
I think it's morning.
Zoom just wasn't working very well today for me.
Hours earlier.
Right. It's right.
Oh, nice.
Wayne Routley, you look like you're in the Northern Ontario smoke.
Well, no, what it is, Pauline, is I've got the blinds up. I'll put them down. There we go. I keep forgetting about that. There we go. That's better. I think that's better.
10 hours ahead?
I'm not sure. Good evening, everyone.
There we go.
Ethan.
Welcome, Peter.
Hi, glad to be here. Hope you're all glad I'm here too.
Peter.
Hey, Peter. Nice to see you. Without a yellow vest.
I was thinking it's been a long time.
I'm just going to finish my dinner here, so excuse me.
Everybody's so quiet. Come on, guys.
Sorry, I've been talking with CPAN. He's having trouble logging in. It's just because of slow internet out there, so.
I'm watching for him, so.
Here.
Down.
Okay.
I'm not your maid.
Steve K, I have yet to call your guy at, it's Lost Anchors, right?
Yeah, Bones.
Bones.
You'll talk to Grace. She's the young apprentice there and takes all the calls.
Okay.
Quite
Yeah.
nice.
Len's been talking about getting a tattoo since Hannah was born. And so he's finally going to do it.
Excellent.
So, because Hannah was born in the year of the monkey.
Okay.
So he's going to get, the barrel full of monkeys.
Yeah.
He's going to get that down his arm.
Oh, that's fun.
Oh, my.
Then he has to come up with a Star Wars themed one for Lucas. So
There you go. I've got a couple more swirling around in my brain, but we'll see if they actually happen or not. So.
Well, they do say once you've had one.
Yeah, well, I waited 25, 26 years after my second before I got this one. So, not necessarily addictive, but he does good work. So,
yeah, my brother.
I just missed getting my third when Montreal got put out. So
yeah. Listen, I would have loved it if you had got that. It would have been all right.
You know what, Roy? I think you and I should go and just get a couple of really good tattoos.
I already have two.
Well, we'll get a third one. We'll put it right on your back. I've got a really good guy there on King Street East in Toronto.
Okay.
Nobody knows about him, but he's a specialist.
Oh, there's Andrew. All right. Well, I have 7:04.
Yeah.
So I think maybe we'll get started and I can add people in as they come, if everybody's okay with it.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
If I can figure out how to get rid of these participant thing. Hold on, bear with me. Okay, now I can see everybody. All right, well, good evening, everybody. And see, this is, and welcome to the July 29th version of the Zoom meeting for the Bowmanville Rotary Club. So we're going to welcome the guests that we have thus far. Steve Rutledge, you're not really a guest anymore. No, I don't think you're a guest at any club anymore. You're just, so we're having you around. Peter Gorham, welcome also. I think that's it for now. We're waiting for CPAN and Xhamman to join us. So hopefully that will happen. I'll keep you posted. So welcome to you. Our toast this evening. So to Rotary and Service Above Self.
The Rotary.
Service above self.
And to Her Majesty the Queen.
Her Majesty.
The Queen.
John, you're doing our invocation this evening, I believe.
Yes. Okay. As we gather here today as members of Rotary, we pray that we are ever mindful of opportunities to render our service to fellow citizens and to our community, keeping in mind always the enduring values of life, exerting our efforts in those areas and on those things upon which future generations can build with confidence. Let us continue to strive to make a better world. Amen.
Amen. Thank you very much. Oh, CPAN. Sorry, let's just see if we can get him on the call here.
Yay.
He's coming, I think. Okay, our land acknowledgement this evening. We'd like to acknowledge that here in Bowmanville, we are on the territory covered by the Williams Treaty, and that this land is the traditional territory of the Mississaugas of Scugog Island First Nation. We offer our gratitude to Indigenous peoples for their care of the land and for their teaching about our earth. Polly, oh, there's CPAN. Welcome.
Hey.
Wonderful.
Very good. Pauline, birthdays and anniversaries.
Well, President Amy, it's a short week till Tuesday, and there are no birthdays and there are no anniversaries. But guess who gets to celebrate 7 years of service above self? 7 years ago today, my husband, John Burns, joined our club.
All right.
And look at you now, John.
I know.
All right. So I don't know, Steve Rutledge, do you know if Xhamman is able to join us, or is he trying?
I have just asked CPAN to call Xhamman on his phone to just in case he's still sleeping. So let's hope. Let's cross our fingers.
Well,
I'm sure he will join us.
What time is it in Laos?
It's 6 a.m. So he should normally be up about this time. So we will see.
Okay. Well, Ellie, if it's all right, I'll get you to introduce the speakers for us at least, and we'll go from there.
I can certainly reiterate what we all know. Steve Rutledge is our guest tonight, and he has brought CPAN with him, who is the head coordinator on the ground in Laos for Steve's projects. He has, oh yeah, Lisa's on. Lisa doesn't know Steve. I can talk to somebody who doesn't know him. There we go. Steve has for many years run a program in Laos where he brings water with the help of all the villagers from whatever water source they can find. They do the trenches and they get the water to villages where they supply filtration systems, which he can tell you about. Steve also jointly has been running a sponsorship program for students so that they can get further education. Steve has been a friend of our club for many, many years, and he's always very quick to jump in at RibFest and help us out and anything else that we need. Phil also coordinated for District 7070, the Beirut crisis. He collected the money for basically, I think it was right across Canada, if I'm not mistaken, Steve. You were not just District 7070, you were doing all of Canada. The man knows no bounds. I have no clue how he does what he does. And he still keeps on going. So, Steve, take it away. You can introduce Saipan and we'll go from there.
Cool.
Okay.
Just to start, CPAN's had a problem with the audio. So he's logged out and he's logging back in again. So what I'm going to do is I guess what I'll do is I'm going to start with it's a 7-minute video of everything that we managed to accomplish this year in Laos. If there's time towards the end, I'll give you a brief update on the Beirut Global Grant. And I'm hoping that we get Khamman in here soon. So at any rate, bear with me. I'm going to share my screen and start the video. And for Peter Gorham's sake, Peter, this is a new video for this year. I haven't shared it with our club yet. So Bowmanville, you're the first.
So nice to be
I
present.
think we're the best. So, hey.
There you go.
Welcome to the tobacco fields of Punjong in northern Laos, where our first project of the season has now been completed. We hope you enjoy. Punjong is a village of about 300 residents with no electricity and very bad roads. Here the men of the village band together with the engineer to build the dam. Within the dam, there are several compartments containing several different sizes of rock and gravel to filter out any sediment before the water enters the pipe on its 6-kilometer journey to the village water tank. All pipe has to be buried.
Hello, so my name is Sipan Pantaros. I'm a coordinator of Adapa Village in Laos. So today I'm at the Punjong village where we built the water project, which 10 taps and huge water dam, which 8 meters wide and 2 meters high and 3 by 3 meters water tanks that contain water about 24,000 liters to supply over 300 villages and over 6,000 meters pipes away from the village to the dam. And 2 kilometers tracked along the river. It's pretty hard to deliver the materials to the dam, the village, but the villagers never give up and so active to help each other until they completed the project. And they also appreciate your support and also happy to have the water running through the village, of course. So however, I'm a representative from the village and Adapa village in Laos. I would like to thank you to all of your support, all of the donors who generally to support this water project, and it won't happen without your help. So thank you so much. Hello, my name is Siphan Phantavong. So I'm a coordinator of Adopter Village in Laos. So I'm here under the water tank in the schoolyard of Namba Ethnic Boarding School. So there are over 600 students and 39 teachers. And this school is for 4 districts north of Dong Prabang province from the study here. Anyway, this is our last water project, and it has been completed now. So glad to see the water running through the first tank here, and then run into two tanks, into two big tanks where the students taking a bath and wash their clothes, and also connect to the washrooms and two wells, one for the boys at the side of the school, and one here for the girls. So they are using this water for everything instead of using the water supplies, and of course it saves a lot of money for the school. Therefore, I would like to thank you to the owners who helped to make this happen, and absolutely we are appreciated with your help. Thank you so much.
On behalf of ourselves and the residents of 9 villages, we offer our heartfelt thanks for your tremendous support in making this dream come true.
Okay, so what did you think? It was okay?
Terrific, terrific.
That was awesome.
Boy, big.
I think it was really weird to not see you in the pictures.
I know. So I had to ad lib. So I just, wherever I could fit my voice in, I did. So I wasn't able to go there last year. So I see CPAN is back online and Xhamman is not, which is disappointing. No, he's not on. He's not even on Facebook or anything else right now. So CPAN, do you have your video? Could you turn on your video? I'm gonna interview you instead. So let's see if he does that. Oh, he's turned off that. You muted yourself, CPAN. Maybe you could unmute yourself and turn on your video.
Okay, yes.
There we are. All right. So
Hello,
CPAN.
everyone.
Hi.
So
Sorry,
CPAN.
delay.
Yeah. So this year we're going to be we're hoping to do 3 projects. One of them is going to be a project that we were supposed to do 2 years ago, but we were told that the government was going to ask the World Bank to sponsor that one, and they didn't. So we're going to do that this year. That's about a $40,000 project. That's huge, especially during a COVID year to try and raise those funds. The second project is the Ban Samun. It is just outside the territory where we normally work, and so we're going to try and do that one. With that one, we only really have to supply material, so that's a $12,000 project. And then the third project is we're going to put some toilets in. That school that you saw has something like 12 or 14 toilets for the entire school for 600 students that board there. So you can just imagine the challenge it is early in the morning, or when they have to get ready for school. So it's quite the challenge for them. So we're hoping. In fact, we're already going to go ahead with at least a bank of 4 toilets for the girls. We're hoping to add to that and have a bank of make a second bank of 4 toilets for the boys. So that'll be a project we hope to finish this year. So the total cost on that is, if we do both of them, it'll be 17,000. Otherwise, it's about almost 10,000 for one bank of 4 toilets. So we'll save money if we can do both. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about Khamman. Khamman is, and I'm sorry, Peter, especially for you, we're going to set up another time for you to meet Khamman online. But Khamman is studying ecotourism, and he is in his second year, and he's actually been #1 in his class. Except I don't know about the final exam yet. They just had the final exam for this year, so he may remain the top student in the class. I'm hoping so. And next year will be his last year where he has so sounds like Gord's got some background noise there. So CPAN, tell us, could you tell us what the COVID situation is like in first of all in Luang Prabang?
Okay, so in Luang Prabang, it's getting better. So I think today or yesterday it's just only 2 people stay in the hospital, but the total in Laos it's about 5,000, more than 5,000 right now. And a few days ago that it has been increasing to yesterday is 280 something like that. So it's higher than normal.
Yeah, just for your benefit, CPAN, it's increasing around the world right now, and almost 90% is coming from of the people being infected are the ones that are not vaccinated. So at least we know the vaccines are working. So you also heard an interesting comment about the Canadian government, right?
Yes, government Canadian they will support the vaccine about 17.7 thousand doses for Laos.
17,700 or 17 million?
17 million, I think. 17 million doses.
Can you imagine? And Laos only has 7 million people. So even at 2 doses each, that's only that's 14 million. I don't know what they're going to do with the other 3 million. So anyway, we'll see what.
Maybe it's for 3 million is for the foreigner or it's for not the Laos citizen. They stay in Laos like Chinese people or Vietnamese or something like that.
Ah, I gotcha. Of course. Joe, do you have a question?
Yeah, I do. Sapan, watching the people there get their water, which is something we take for granted here. I mean, we turn on the tap and it just comes out. What's it like? I was, quite moved seeing them get their water. What's it like for you to see your own people get water that they might not have had before?
Do you mean water?
Yeah. What is it like for you to work on these projects and see people in your country getting water that they maybe didn't have before?
That's sorry, I couldn't understand it.
Okay, so CPAN, let me ask you.
Okay.
You've seen it in person when they turn the water on for the first time. Okay. What's it like for them?
Oh yes. Well, actually, they're so excited to see, and they're so thrilled about that water because they never seen before, right? Like in one village that they said, we are the snake, like the giant snake or the big snake that we can brought the water come through the village because they never seen the village come through they never seen the waters come through the village before, except the rainy season's coming. They just collect from the rain, and they never seen the water from the river that run through the village. So they're so thrilled and so happy that they're so excited to see that the first time for them.
Yeah, I remember CPAN telling me one time that he was getting phone. Yeah, that's right. A phone call after phone call after phone call because they just got the water running. they hadn't even finished the dam yet. They hadn't done the water tank yet, and but they had the pipe running and the water running through the pipe to the village. So
Yes.
they were so excited. There were tears. And I remember going to another village where there was dancing and all that kind of stuff to finish off the project. And the women there were still in tears. They were so happy, so thrilled. And of course, they all wanted me to dance with them, and I'm not a good dancer.
At the first time, the waters arrived at home. I mean, and in the village. So entire villages come to see and watch. They stand around the water. It's so cool to see them. And they yell, they announce the people in the village to come to see. Oh, the waters come already. The waters are right in the village. And see like that. So it's come everyone from the house running to see the water. Yeah, it's so exciting.
So does anybody else have any questions for CPAN? Chris?
I have a question. When you finish a project, does the government or the local government come to see it, or do they have any comments or input, or do they say anything about it, or is it just ignored, or how does that work?
You can answer that, CPAN. Yeah.
Yes. Thanks for the question. Normally, yes, we did because when we opening the official opening for when we finish the project, the government, I mean the governor of the district and also the heads of the hygiene office to come, and they come and they talk to the people. They announce like they talk, and they has been teaching something like have to take care of the project as long as they can, and teach the hygiene a little bit, something like that. And they thanks for our project. Yeah, the same anything. Yeah.
I have another question. At the start of the film, there was a guy who was chopping. He was chopping something that looked like green. He was coming out as a green thing. What was that?
That's tobacco.
Well, that's tobacco.
Yeah, that was tobacco. You know, when they take a really sharp knife and they sharpen it every day, and it goes against this stone that's been carved, and they just slice the tobacco really thin, and that's what goes in our and then it's dried, and then it's good for smoking, I guess.
Okay. Yes. All right. Okay. Thanks.
Yeah.
Andrew has a question.
Yeah. Thanks, Ellie.
Thank you so much for the work you do. This is really amazing. My question is about the design of the system, where the pipes pass and the bridges and everything. Who does that?
Well, we hire an engineer to do that. So generally, I try not to go on the treks anymore to find the source. I usually send CPAN and ask him to take pictures. The last couple of years I've done that. I just can't do this stuff anymore. I remember the last time. What did I do? I certainly fell in the river, but but you know, a good portion of it. It's rough. It's rough terrain, but they think nothing of it. They can climb like monkeys, and so at any rate, we spec it out early before we even start asking any questions. We look at it, we review their request, we talk to the engineer, we talk to the hygiene department, everybody we need to. And then we compare that with other projects where they've asked us to provide them water, or some other project, maybe a school. And we review it all. And then a decision is made. And then we have to raise the money for it. And so that it sort of happens in that order. So you won't believe who is signing on right now. It's Khamman. So he's I see he's got a background picture on there, unless he's there. So Khamman is new to Zoom. So Khamman, if you could move your cursor to the bottom left corner to unclick to click on the microphone, that way you can speak to us.
Oh, I can unmute him, Steve.
Oh, that would be perfect.
Steve, can you explain to both Andrew and Lisa once the water gets through the pipes, the purification system that you have, you've got?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
that's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. I've got it right here. Just stand by for a second.
No, come on, it's not letting me unmute you. If you could do that.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, cool.
Wow.
So this,
Yeah.
yeah, this is the water filter.
Mhm.
And come on, I'll be with you in just a second. And I'm going to show you just how easy this is.
Mhm.
It's just looks like a ceramic pot.
Oh.
And it's coated in silver nitrate. So it filters through this pot into the reservoir, and there's a little tap on the front of it. Perfect for cooking. It lasts 8 to 10 years.
Wow.
It lasts 8 to 10 years. So it's pretty cool. And that's for a family of 6 to 8. And at that point, you only really have to replace the ceramic pot. Okay. We usually send a new top. You see that on the front there? A spigot, we call it. So we replace the spigot as well, because the kids play with it, break it off. So, we always supply that. It's really simple. What we do, you can see the little Canada flag on it. So what we do with the Canadian flag is we'll put any logo on it you want if you're donating the filter, and it's $125. I mean, how many of us have seen a water bill for $125? It's been a long time. So we'll put a picture on that label. We'll put your name or any name you want us to put on there, and then we'll email you a picture of the receiving family. And so that will show you that we've done exactly what we said we would do for you, and it is really moving. I think most of the members of your club have actually donated a water filter. So we now have a picture of Khamman, as you can see. Khamman, can you unmute yourself? Move your cursor from your mouse over to the bottom left corner and click on unmute so that we can talk to you. Okay, there we go. So can you hear us, Khamman?
Yes.
Ah, perfect. Okay. Sorry, this is taking a little longer, guys, than I had hoped. So Khamman is a university student that the Rotary Club of Bowmanville has sponsored in part for the last 2 years. And of course, Peter Gorham has been a very strong sponsor for you, Khamman. You'll see Peter Gorham's picture up there. He looks like Santa Claus with the white beard. And Peter will also be partially sponsoring you this year as well. So it's great. Khamman, I do have a question for you. Maybe you can answer to the rest of them. I understand that you're number 1 in your class in ecotourism, or you have been. You don't know from your past from this recent exam that you just wrote. But I'd like to ask you, what is your most exciting subject that you're taking in this ecotourism course?
Subject I like most is ecotourism management.
Management,
So,
okay.
Yeah. So talk about so how to do the place that to sustainable to and to about full of environment, so to save about the rubbish, and to like how we save to and conserve like spring water to sustainable to how we do to for the future.
Cool, that's great. Just for everybody's benefit, most of the rural villages we go into, they hide it from the main road, but basically they dump their trash, their garbage, in behind the village somewhere, and they often burn it. That's plastic bags, that's everything, and that goes right into the atmosphere. So So this is one of the things about that Khamman is studying right now. So does anybody have any questions for Khamman? Yes, Joe?
Sorry, I waited for other people. I always hog the questions. Khamman, what's your
Yes.
favorite place in Laos? A beautiful place. Describe, where would that be? One beautiful environmental place.
Sorry, in Laos or
Yes,
other
in
country?
Laos, a place you would, where would you take me if I came to Laos?
For me, so in Laos, I like in Luang Prabang also Guangxi waterfall. Yeah, because so Guangxi waterfall is very beautiful and full of the nature and environment. So when you go there, you feel cool and so feel simple, and you're happy to stay there because when you have the problem, you go there. Wow, so like it is very beautiful and just like many people go there, so they are happy and to see all them. So if we so and you go to the top waterfall, so like spring water, so it is such very beautiful and full of the animal in the water. So when you see the many people that from other country and like in Europe, so they go there to touch the nature, and many people they go there.
That's great, Khamman. Yeah, yeah, Guangxi waterfalls. I take every visitor. So Peter, when did you say you were coming? So, but it is I take all of our guests there to sort of unwind. They have a bear reserve there of the Asian bear, a beautiful place, and it's they try to well, it's a Save the Bear campaign, so it's pretty cool. But the waterfalls, it has about I think there's 22 different levels of waterfalls, and some of them you can swim in, and it's just a beautiful sight. I've never seen anything like it. So thank you for mentioning that, Khamman. So any other questions, Pauline? Unmute.
Hello, it's lovely to see you. I'm wondering how you managed with your studies during COVID. Did you have to learn online?
Yes, for thank you for your question. Yeah, I'm so happy to for you asking me. Yeah, this year like whole year I study like online, so it is the big problem. I study online because because in Laos when we study online like is quite we don't understand well, so we do so much homework and report to send the teacher, and we study a lot, and so it is the big problem for the all students at university.
Yeah, thank you, Khamman.
Yeah, it must have been very difficult.
And
yes,
a lot of the courses, they didn't even have them online. They just had to stop the courses and try and catch up when they reopened. So it's been a challenge, especially with primary and secondary schools.
Yeah. So I'm not sure, Roy, I can't see you right now, Roy. I don't know if there's any other questions. I know, so Roy, if you can hear me, we may, sorry, bump you.
That's fine. I'm sure I'm here, just that I gotta stand because of my hip problem.
Well, I don't want to lose the advantage that we have of these two fine gentlemen from Laos with us. So
Go right ahead.
you know, it's if there are any other questions, you know, for, oh yeah, Andrew.
Sorry, I was muted there. I'm so fascinated by the water system there, how you made it work. I'm wondering about the power source for water to pump that water. Do you use a generator or do you use gravity?
Yeah, most of our water projects are gravity driven. Okay. We're just finding a higher source and we're running it through river system and through pipes to the villages which are lower. There are exceptions. We do wells as well where there is electricity, and it's in the lowlands where it's flat and it's easy to get to the water table. But mostly we do our work in the mountains, so we don't have that option.
Okay, thank you.
Is there anyone? Oh, Peter.
I have two questions. Khamman, where do you learn your English?
Yes. Pardon, sir.
Where do you learn to speak English?
So thank you for asking me. So I have a little bit about my history. When I was young, I have studied in English in my country, my city. So it is so far I came to study English. So in the city for 5 kilometers, I have to study English for 2 years. So when I was young, so I studied a lot, but I never practiced English for with other people, with other foreigners. So just practice for myself and learn. When I came to Luang Prabang, I studied at university. I just speak out, but I didn't study with a teacher in the center or in school. Just speak out and practice myself.
Yes, it is very hard to learn when you don't have people to practice with. And
that's why we talk all the time, Peter.
And I'm wondering, Siphan, who is that nice little person who is beside you? Who is that person who is beside you?
This is my son, Sam. His name is Sam.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Sam. Sabadi.
Bye.
Sabadi means
follow me.
Yeah. Sabadi means hello. Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, thank you all for joining us. Siphan, we were told recently that you're going through a bit of a family issue. How is your dad?
Thank you so much. Yeah, my dad he's get better, so I took him back to the house yesterday. So last night it's a little bit getting better, but not quite there yet, because he's still breathing, hard breathing, and pains, like stomach pain. And also when he breathes much, so and it comes to his neck and hot around his body, like I don't like blood pressure, but it's not. I don't know. I don't understand that issues.
Well,
Yeah, so I hope he gets better soon.
Gord, is that you again? I'm glad to hear he's home. So, and our prayers are obviously with you and your family. I want to thank all of you gentlemen for joining us today, especially Sipan and Khamman. One of the, you hate to say there's an advantage to COVID, but being able to have people as of like yourselves join us in Canada is incredible, and thank you for taking the time to be here with us. Before we move on, and you're more than welcome to join us. We have a couple of other things in the rest of our program. Steve, you are a great friend of the Bowmanville Rotary Club, and on behalf of the club, we want to express our condolences to you. You lost your dad this week, I know, so as somebody who lost a parent, it's never easy, no matter the age, but our sincere condolences to you and your family.
Thank you so much.
So we're going to move along now again, and Peter and Steve, if you want to stick with us, please do. I've passed over Happy Bucks because this was more important. But Andrew, you have a community report for us this evening.
Yes, I do. I'll try to be as quick as I can. Let me share the screen. I have something put together. I hope you can see that. Can you see it?
Yep.
Okay. So I live in Bowmanville, and one of the things that I tried to do when I received this assignment was really to try and find what I could speak about that impressed me when I got here. And I came across this sometime last year, the Bowmanville Fish Creek Bypass Channel, which was a very fascinating innovation, human innovation, in my opinion, that was intersecting the passion for environmental custodianship, at the same time really highlighting the beauty of nature. I found the two really interestingly interacting on this. So these, I have a map here that I picked up from the website. I don't know if I can get on it. Yeah. So this bypass man-made ladder, as they call it sometimes, is actually located around somewhere here. And I usually go walking along the stream just to sort of enjoy the flow of the water, and sometimes competing with the water when I go running. And I thought that sharing this experience would be something quite interesting, especially as we're coming out of the lockdown. When people get a chance, I really encourage you to walk along this stream. You'd enjoy the freshness of it. But specifically talking about the creek here, it was designed by a number of volunteers with a few donors in the community, corporate and personal, to protect fish, a fish species that they had found was actually endangered, and that was the salmon. And the second name, it's kind of new to me, so it's called the, let me find the name here, the salmon, and I'll find the name at some point in my notes here. But the way that they designed it is that the water flows down, but this fish actually goes upwards the stream to a spawning place many miles away from here. And that's where they typically would go once a year to spawn. And then the little ones would come back from there, back to the main water place, which opens up to the lake at the Bowmanville Harbor Conservation Area. And so to me, that whole long lane of water flowing down and the fish going up, that sort of journey, I read about it when I was in elementary 3, and then coming to Bowmanville and seeing this actually live, seeing how the fish were going up the stream and jumping from place to place to place was something that really, really fascinated me. so this is really the human creation I was trying to refer to, that they created it at this point for a couple of reasons. One was to allow this fish that was endangered to be able to go up and spawn, while at the same time preventing the more hostile, I would call it so, the hostile other species from going up to where this fish would go spawning. So it was created for that. But at the same time, the secondary beauty of it is that it actually is a beautiful place to go and relax when you feel tired, stressed. Just to sit around this area and see this waterfall in the area is beautiful. And during spring, I think it's spring typically when these fish go up, you can actually sit there and see how the fish flies. I've never seen it jump, but when I got there and seeing it, finding it, so sometimes it fails many times, but sometimes it makes it through. So seeing them go upstream to me was really fascinating. So this is the area that the fish jump up, and this is the area that the hostile species can't go up. And so then the other piece about it is how, you know, humanity just met people who designed these created areas for rest and areas where this fish would, you know, rest and recoup and be able to jump and continue the journey on, was something that was fascinating to me, because all I know from the place I come from is when you find fish, eat it. But in this place here, when you see fish, you're actually trying to protect the fish. So to me, that sort of culture piece was quite unique and new to me. I didn't know how, you know, humanity can take the time to protect fish, investing all the time and resources to do that. It was amazing to me. And so this area here summarizes the whole idea. It's a 36-meter sort of protected area where the fish goes through, and it has these small areas where the fish, it's deep and cool water, about 5.5 meters wide, that the fish kind of get there and recoup and jump over the stones and continue on, and it goes on until it reaches this point where it enters another free flow area. And so to me, just this whole idea and reading how many people got involved in doing this work from Bowmanville and the area was really fascinating to me. So, and these are just the trails that you can either walk along or run or ride just alongside the stream that I wanted to encourage you to, you know, to follow as well. So this is, to me, the community piece that I wanted to share with you. I don't know if it is within the context of what you expected, but I really encourage you to come along and enjoy it.
So, Andrew, I just want to thank you, because for those of us who've lived here for a long time, seeing somebody with such excitement and about something that I think we take for granted is just is lovely. And I haven't been in a while, so now I want to go down and go for another walk. And I know south of Baseline, they've, I don't know if, is that opened yet? I know it was, they just paved everything.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. It's really beautiful.
Yeah, no, so thank you very much, Andrew. It's lovely to see sort of a new perspective of something that we've been around. So yeah, if you can unshare your screen so I can see everybody.
Okay.
Perfect. Thank you so much. That was great. Oh, John, yes, I see you.
Yeah, I just wanted to say to Andrew that he put a smile on my face when he said, where I'm from, when we see a fish, we eat it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I
I think Khamman and CPAN probably learned something from this too.
Chris, I saw you there.
Yeah, just a comment about this and about the fish conservation. I was just reading in the Rotary magazine this month. Actually, today I was reading it. It was about a river in the U.S. that was teeming with Arctic grayling, which is supposed to be a beautiful fish. And back in the 1850s, there was just millions of them, I guess. But then because of logging and dams on the river, the fish became extinct. And some years ago, the local Rotary Club initiated action and paid and provided money to remove the dams which were no longer used, and also to seed the river with new fish, these Arctic grayling fish. And they've started that a few years ago. And so this is going on now. And the hope is that, you know, in the next 20 years, they're going to have as many fish as they once had. So, you know, this is really a fantastic initiative by the Rotary Club, and what can be done when you put your mind to it.
Absolutely. Yeah. So thank you, Andrew. That was great. So moving on to announcements. And before we do that, very quickly, Camille, I saw that baby bump. You're getting there.
I ate a watermelon for lunch.
A couple of announcements. I know Chris Zelasco, you asked for an announcement.
Yeah, just conscious of time. Just want to provide everyone an update of what's happening on the Ribs drive-through front. Permits have been submitted to Durham Health, the municipality, and the school board for August 20th to 22nd. We are looking to hold it at Clarington Central High School in the parking lot. More to come on that, and there's reasons. We're just waiting for the permits. So everything's basically been submitted and we're just waiting for them. So once we hear from those three entities, I'll reach out to folks to put steering committees together to get the event off the ground. So thank you to all that have helped so far. I guess we're just wait and see now. So that's it.
And we're all pretty excited about it. Joe?
Yeah, very quickly, thank you. I just wanted to talk about some upcoming guests. You got, I put out the note a little while ago asking people if they had any guest ideas. Please send them to me, speaker ideas. We can always use them. And Steve, thank you so much. That was just great. And people love your two young guests from Laos. Anyway, next week we have, there's a woman named Jackie Brown, who is yet another member of Steve's club, Whitby Sunrise, and she put together a book called 19 Tales of COVID-19. And what she did was she asked writers she knows around Durham to recall some of their early moments in the pandemic. And she's going to talk about it. And one of the writers from Bowmanville is going to talk about it. It's a great book. There's some that are really poignant and others that are really funny. August 10th, we have Bowmanville's own Ava Stewart, the Olympian, who is going to be fresh back from Tokyo. And she's going to tell us all about that. She's going to be here with her mom, Nicole. August 17th, thanks to Fred, we have Bridget Nabagon from the Matawa First Nations. He's going to give us an update on that. We're hoping to have the special guest from Andrew's home club in Uganda, Sunday. Did I pronounce that correctly, Andrew? Yeah, her name is Catherine Barasa Esekanye. I think that's how she pronounced her name. And we're just going to hook up with her for a few minutes and hear about their club, which is really fascinating. And then August 31st, this was an idea that came from Wayne. We have Kurt Kemp from Algoma Orchards going to be talking about sustainable agriculture and what they've been doing there in recent years, which is really fascinating. There was a nice write-up in the Spark magazine about that. So anyway, that's who's coming up.
Excellent. So also, Peter, thank you for putting it in the chat that, Steve, we didn't get to the Beirut hospital refurb that you were doing, but it is in the Rotary magazine that we all got, I think, this week. So we can read there, and possibly we can get you to come back, maybe, Steve. A couple other quick announcements. I'm going to go very fast. We are working on in-person meetings. I reached out to Trinity this week. We are in talks with BOAA too, starting to figure things out. So hopefully I'll have more in the next couple of weeks. There is a 5-club meeting scheduled for October the 5th. So at the board next week or next month, we'll figure out how we're going to adjust our meetings because it is a Tuesday, but it's an evening. So we're going to have to figure that out. The beach cleanup, we're still going to reschedule. Rachel, I like the idea of getting the new members committee on it. Another positive thing. We are going to talk about maybe doing an order for the t-shirts, the Be the Good t-shirts. Pauline, I've got some information. I'll maybe send out an email to see who's interested. Depending on how many we order will depend on how much it's going to cost. I think mine was most expensive because I ordered mine on my own. So, and also I just wanted to put a note out there. Kim Black, I know Rachel and I had the pleasure of being interviewed by her last week. I watched another interview actually with Nisi and Johanna from Whitby Sunrise. They were hosting a walk tonight. Tonight was actually the anniversary that Kim was found. So they hosted a walk for her tonight, and she was going to be there, you know, to not be afraid of the twilight and the dark. And it was a really powerful, it was on YouTube. Kim's YouTube channel is Be Positive. If you have a chance to see it, but yeah, she's incredible. Yeah, so that's kind of a lot of announcements this week. Pauline, you have our quote of the week.
Yes, President Amy. It's an oldie but a goodie. We make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give. It's reputedly said by Winston Churchill, but there's some debate on that.
All right. Well, as my clock is chiming 8 o'clock, I think we did really well to fit all of this into an hour. You guys are great. I appreciate all the support, and we'll end it there. Pauline, I think that was great. And if there's nothing else for the good of Rotary, thank you all for joining us. I'm going to just throw in one last thing there. Whether anybody wants to join me or not, the Bowmanville Rotary Club, whether I pay for it myself, and I really don't care, Steve Rutledge, we're going to donate a water filter in memory of your dad.
Yes,
so if anybody wants to join me in that, then please do. If not, then you're so deserving.
Thank you so much.
That's like a great
Really
idea.
Appreciate it.
Big hugs, Steve. Big hugs.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Let's make it 2.
And we'll see you on Tuesday.
All right.
See you, Amy. See you,
Good night, everybody.
See you, Amy.
Bye, everybody.
See you, Steve.
Thank you, Steve. Come on. Sipan.